Hey everyone, welcome back to the weekly astrology and pick a card reading. Thank you so much to everybody for watching, but thank you also for the new subscribers that I've noticed have recently subscribed. So thanks, and I'm going to get into the reading for the week and talk about the astrology to start with and then get to the cards. So with the cards, I always ask you to go by either your sun sign or your rising sign. You can go by both, and with that it will be the element for those signs. So if you're a Taurus, it'll be earth. If you're a Scorpio, be water. Sagittarius, fire, that sort of thing. So I'll let you know as I get to that part. But I'm going to talk about the astrology. Again, it's for the 21st of December to the 27th of December 2020. We're almost at the end of 2020, not quite, but almost there, thank God. What a year, huh? All right, so the energy this week, we have the sun moving into the sign of Capricorn from Tuesday the 22nd of December. So as we go into Capricorn season, we do feel sometimes a bit of a burden, so a bit of a feeling of like the heaviness of the whole year can feel like it's sort of weighing on our shoulders. It can be quite a busy time because we tend to feel like we're trying to catch up on work, or it's kind of that rush before Christmas to get everything organized. Very much Capricorn energy, very earthy energy, very practical. Then we have also this week, I think actually from tomorrow, Mercury moves out of Sagittarius into Capricorn. So again, this Capricorn energy is very strong with the Sun and Mercury both in Capricorn from this week, getting our minds very focused on material matters, resources, even money, practical matters, practicalities, organization. It can be a bit of an energy of feeling stressed with this energy because we tend to be very much focused on our material resources. If you are feeling stressed out with more physical side of life, it is a good time to kind of connect more spiritually to things to help feel a little bit unburdened, and to take some downtime as well. If you are lucky enough to be working at this time, you could be working quite hard, or you could be organizing something that's stressful this week and leading up to Christmas. Now the other thing this week that's quite stressful is we do have all week the Mars in Aries in the sky is square with Pluto in Capricorn at 23 degrees. So for those people, those of you that have anything, if you know your chart between 20 to 26 degrees of a cardinal sign, that is Aries, Capricorn, Cancer or Libra, this might be a tense time for you. So just be careful with, pick your battles this week. If you're any of those signs around those degrees, you may feel some tension in the air. You may feel triggered by certain things going on around you. You may feel tense or uptight. With Mars making that square to Pluto this week, it can create a feeling of feeling blocked, because Mars in Aries wants to go straight ahead and wants to take action, wants to move forward, but because it's making a square angle to Pluto, Pluto is a blocking energy, and it's in Capricorn, which represents authority figures, bosses, or anyone in your life that has authority. It can be a parent, it can be an elder, it can be, as I said, a boss, or it can be even the government. It can be restrictions that are going on still in society. So things like that can be there can be tension in the air this week, basically, with that. We did have this transit earlier this year in September and October. So if you think back to, especially if you're those signs that I mentioned, Aries, Capricorn, Libra and Cancer, if you think back to September and October, think back to that time, what were you experiencing then? And it may be similar, or it may not be as strong, but it's still maybe similar. So try not to overforce issues this week if you're one of those cardinal signs, because it can be a bit of a frustrating energy that comes up for you this week. On Christmas Day, we have Mercury trine Uranus, which is actually quite a nice energy. Mercury in Capricorn making a positive harmonious angle to Uranus in Taurus. So there could be a bit more of a feeling on Christmas Day of things, an energy of things opening up in some way. In some cases, not for everybody, it may be feeling like this is going to be more for you if you've got anything around 6 degrees of an earth sign. So in particular, 6 degrees of Virgo, Capricorn and Taurians. So it can be an energy of bright ideas, creative ideas, doing something fun and creative on Christmas Day. Even if you are somewhere where you are still experiencing restrictions or lockdowns or whatever, you can still benefit from this influence, which is bringing about some kind of creative energy into your world for that day. And it can also be some surprise communications on Christmas Day for those signs that I mentioned. Also, we've had this all of December, but it's actually going to be lasting through till late February is the transiting Neptune in Pisces is square with the North Node in Gemini. So the North Node shows our direction forward, you know, where we're headed, and as a collective, because Neptune is squaring that, Neptune creates confusion, and it's a foggy energy, it's a lack of clarity. So what I see here is Neptune in Pisces, that lack of clarity around direction, you know, for the collective is it's almost like there's a blanket of a fog over the collective in some way, where people can't really see the direction forward for society, and that can be something that is forcing people to be in the moment, is forcing us to sort of look at things in a different way, or just to accept. Neptune in Pisces can be a bit of a passive energy, and the North Node in Gemini is about communication, information, facts, and collecting data, sharing information, sharing, you know, things that you find. And so it's almost like with Neptune square the North Node, we're trying to come out of a fog or a veil of illusion that's on the collective. So that's very interesting. I just really noticed that today. And as I said, that's not clearing up until late February 2021. So this feeling of uncertainty as to where we're headed as a society can be an influence around us until late February. I just want to see if there was anything else that I wrote down. Oh, of course, the Saturn, how could I forget? The Saturn-Jupiter conjunction is active now. So as of yesterday, Jupiter moved into Aquarius. So huge shift there. And as I mentioned last week, you know, if you go to my other channel, I might post the video below again. I did talk about the energy for 2021, and with Jupiter going to Aquarius, how this is a much different energy now. We are more in our heads, so do be aware of your thoughts and what you're thinking, and, you know, try not to sink into fear, as easy as that is for many of us, you know, myself included. You know, if you see a negative news story or something about, you know, what's going on in the world, it can be very disheartening, and it can really sort of take you away from your vibration and your, I guess, your own focus. And it's really important. I'm not saying don't pay attention to what's going on out there, because it is important to know what is going on to an extent, but don't get sucked into, you know, repeatedly watching the news and watching story after story after story and things like that, because it's completely draining, and can lead you to feeling quite down about things. Definitely maintain your own creative focus. I think that's very powerful to do. And yeah, it's good to find out what the truth is, especially with Jupiter in Aquarius, you know, what's really going on beneath the surface of, you know, the status of things and the way it's reported and things like that. But Jupiter in Aquarius is an energy where through our thoughts we create our own reality, and so you're going to be more and more aware of that as we go more forward into Jupiter and Aquarius in 2021. So the Saturn-Jupiter conjunction is active now in Aquarius. A new energy is here as of yesterday. Well, Saturn was already in Aquarius from a few days ago, but Jupiter just went into Aquarius, as I said, yesterday. So, this morning in Australia anyway, this morning in Australia. So, wow, if you're an early air sign, this is fantastic for you. Early Aquarius, early Gemini, early Libra. So anyone born early in the sign, or if you have anything in your chart at 0 to 1 degree, at this time in December, this is a real boost, a lot of growth for you at this time for those signs. So I think that's the main stuff. Next week we have a full moon in Cancer, so I'll be talking about that next week. And let's get into the cards. So, and just a quick announcement actually. If you would like to order a 2021 reading, those readings are only going to be up on my shop until the first or second week of January. And those readings, if you're waiting for yours, thank you for your patience, because they take a lot of work. So it takes me a couple of hours to write up all the transits for the year ahead. And I don't write every single transit, but I write the key ones. It takes me a while to do that. Then I have to record, obviously, the reading, which I film for about 45 minutes up to 60 minutes per reading. So that's a lot of work, and then uploading it. So if you're waiting for yours, thank you for your patience. I'm getting to it, don't worry. Anyway, so that's that. And then I am actually closing my shop for a short period from the 23rd of December through to the 27th of or 28th of December. My store will be closed, so I'm taking a little break, which is much needed, because I've hardly had a break at all for the last 2 years. I've had very minimal breaks at all, so yeah, it's been pretty crazy. But I'm really grateful that I'm taking a break. And anyway, let's get on with it. Those were just the things that I had to mention. So the first messages for the air signs. So Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Let's see what's coming up here. This one did not want to go back in. The 6 of Coins. That's a nice card for the air signs. Okay, and a card from the Crystal Angels Oracle for air signs. Oh, we have a jumping card. Forgiveness heals. Interesting. Okay. Let's move some of these out of the way. That's topaz as well, in case, I don't know if you can see that. Yes, you should be able to. Okay, and a zodiac card. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius for this week. Moon in Pisces. Wonder. 24. Interesting that the 24 adds to a 6, and then we have the 6 of coins. And it does say here, follow your dreams, air signs. So, wow. So for the air signs, this is a time for you guys to really follow your dreams and pay attention to your dreams and really go for what you want to manifest next in your life. Just really drawn to this image of the woman laying down dreaming. It's like she's really thinking about, I think she's awake actually. Her eyes are open. She's really thinking about what she wants to create for her life. I'm going to roll the astro dice and see. I'll do 2 astro dice. What comes up as well for the air signs? Oh wow, Neptune and Aquarius. Interesting, because Neptune rules Pisces, and Aquarius obviously being an air sign, and Jupiter's just gone into Aquarius, and so is Saturn. So that's interesting. So that's funny that the Aquarius energy has come up because of those changes in those planets. So obviously the air signs are going to be experiencing something very significant with these big planets in Aquarius. So this week you might even feel that energy, especially if you're born early in those air signs. You're definitely going to feel some harmonious energy, a boost forward, a sense of being able to move forward with plans, take action in some way, or that change is just happening in your life, especially for Aquarius. The 6 of coins here shows that there's something of a breakthrough, sharing information, sharing something with others that is going to help you ultimately, and somebody may actually offer you assistance or support, or offer you, you know, extra, there could be extra assistance coming your way, whether it's extra money or extra hours at work or something like that, or you could receive some kind of help or support in a way that you need it, whether it's like, you know, if you need your kids looked after for some reason because you've got to go to work, or you need to go to an appointment, something like that. Could be anything. It could be money coming that was unexpected. It can be support that was unexpected. Sharing with another person. And it's interesting, we have that next to forgiveness heal. So there could be something in a relationship where you need to have a sit down and have a talk with someone. And for some people, you know, there's different messages here. Have a talk with someone where there's been some kind of difficult situation or something unresolved that just needs to be addressed. And it says on the card here, time to release repressed anger as it's blocking your health and happiness. Wow. So for the air signs, there's something here of blocked emotions and something about needing to heal that. Pisces is also a very healing energy, and you do have Neptune here, which talks about healing things on a soul level. But also it talks about creativity and ideas and, you know, things like painting, self-expression, music, the arts, putting those things out there maybe for some people because of this card, and receiving something back for it. It could be positive acknowledgement, it could be monetary, it could be anything like that. So some interesting energies here, but I find it interesting too with the forgiveness heals next to the Pisces, because it's a very self-sacrificing kind of energy here. So there may be a situation where you need to kind of rise above some kind of heavier energy with regards to another person, where there is something that maybe is going through a healing process in a relationship, or with regards to a person. It could be a parent, you know, a sibling, a relative, a friend. There could be a friend that is going through something difficult as well with this card, because I sort of get the feeling of someone sort of retreating their energy back, and this might just be 1 or 2 people, I'm not sure, but it's an energy of healing that's needed, and whether that's to do with you or somebody that is very close to you, it can be either or. All right, so let's go to the next lot, which will be for the water signs, which is Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. All right, Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. Oh, cards come out straight away. The 8 of Coins. Okay. So working away on something, either a project, a hobby, or your working life. Aquamarine, divine life purpose. That relates to the first card. Trust the signs and your inner guidance, which are leading you to fulfillment. Wow, so that's an interesting energy here. It's asking you to really listen to your intuition, listen to your inner guidance, you know, above what other people are telling you. Your intuition knows what's best for you. And especially with the water signs, you guys know very well, usually you guys know your intuition very well. You listen to your gut instinct. You know, normally the air signs can sometimes have trouble with that, but the water signs are usually very on point with listening to their intuition. So it's reminding you for that this week. Interesting. Aquarius, opportunity. Aquarius energy comes up again. The air signs had that, which was appropriate for air, but it's just funny because Aquarius is mentioned and we have Jupiter in Aquarius and Saturn in Aquarius now. So let's look at the astro dice. Uranus, which actually rules Aquarius, and Virgo. Interesting. So I find that very fascinating that Uranus and Virgo both come up here because of the Aquarius energy, and also this is kind of got a very practical, hard-working energy, which is very much what Virgo energy is about. And so there might be things that you're working on this week, water signs, that are trying to progress yourself forward in some way. And maybe, you know, you're trying to see where there might be an opportunity coming up for you in your life, but you're having to trust your intuition and know that there's a divine plan to things, even though it may seem chaotic, or it may seem like, what's really going on here? I don't know where I'm at. I don't know where I'm headed in my life. The message here is keep your head down and keep working, keep focused, stay focused, and you will make progress. There is an opportunity this week for some people with regards to work, with regards to your path, is what I'm feeling here. And what I'm getting is keep putting the work in and the benefits will show themselves and reveal themselves soon, okay? So I do feel it's to do with either career or business, or, you know, your own projects, or just in general to do with your life path is what I'm feeling for the water signs. Okay, and let's go to the earth signs. So this is for Taurus, Virgo and Capricorn. Oh, the world. Interesting. Okay, so completion of something, and a cycle has ended and a new cycle is beginning. Moonstone, heightened intuition. Okay. Be extra aware of your inner knowingness as it is trustworthy. Wow. The water signs just had a message like that. So very strong energy about intuition this week keeps coming through. So intuition is reliable this week for the earth signs as well. Leo, heroism, moon in Leo. Let your inner hero out. So Leo energy is about being very expressive, okay, and expressing yourself. But it's based on listening to your intuition. So your intuition may be guiding you to like really pay attention to what messages you're getting and follow through and take some action, because Leos do like to take action on the inspiration that they get from their intuition. You are closing off a cycle in some way, the earth signs this week. Let's see what else. Pluto and Capricorn. Wow, that's very much closing off a cycle that like I just said. So something is ending for the earth signs in some capacity this week, but you've got some really nice things to look forward to as you take each day at a time, listen to your intuition and your inner guidance and your heart, because Leo rules the heart. And there could be something about relationships. I am feeling that with love and relationship energy for some of the earth signs here moving forward. So, and I do feel there's some kind of transformation with regards to heart matters, but there's also something opening up in your path this week for a lot of you, I feel. Let's go to the last one, which is the fire signs. Okay, so this is for Aries, Leo and Sag. Oh gosh, we have a jumping card. Oh wow, 4 of Wands, that's nice. So home life. Feels like harmonious energy in the home life there. Aries, Leo, Sag. Garnet, purification and detoxification. It's time to release physical and energetic toxins from your life. All right, fire signs, there's something about addictions here for some of you, not all, just for some things that are not good for you, that maybe are addictive, something that you're doing at home. It could be like gaming, or I don't know, something that is just an escapism thing, maybe being too addicted to your phone in some way. Wow, love, moon in Libra. The fire signs, there's a message here about something new trying to come into your life, but you've got to make space for it here and detoxify the negative habits, or the habits that are old, the things that you don't need in your life, in order to be open to new love coming in soon. Mercury and the second house. So communications this week to do with finances, to do with self-worth, looking at something to do with, for some people it could be something to do with payroll, so waiting to be paid for a new job, or waiting, you know, for your pay to go through, or communication about your pay, something like that. That was a random message for somebody. This is also about ideas, about new opportunities to do with home business for some people, based on something to do with Libra and things, which is creativity, beauty, the arts. But Mercury in the second house is telling you to detoxify something out of your life that's affecting your sense of self-worth, that's not actually building anything for your life. So there is, again, that might just be for a few people where there's something that you need to let go of that is kind of holding you back in a way, is really what I'm getting here. And it's to do with self-worth and self-esteem and all that kind of stuff. So I do feel with the moon in Libra, there is a message here about some kind of a new love, new soulmate energy. And it's also asking you to bring peace into your life and your relationships. And it's almost like the more you make space for new things to come in, the more you'll flow into some kind of new energy with soulmate connections, friendships, or, you know, new love relationships. But home life does look positive this week for the fire signs. It's just that there is something that you need to detox out of your life that may be blocking you in some way. Alright guys, so those were the messages for this week. Thank you so much for watching and have a great week all. Thank you.